I know this is not something that most pastors and leaders talk about because we're trying to compare how good our thing is to their thing. But at the end of the day, there are many people who are in this room under burdens and weights and pace that you didn't even know that was gonna rob you of the greatest things in your life. And I don't know what the greatest things are in your life, but I know me being a young go-getter, I'm one of those dudes, if there's a crack in the door, I'm gonna rip the door down, we're gonna do this thing for Jesus. I have a motor that can keep going. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and all of those different things. And I almost lost the best thing, chasing after good things. And this may not be your situation exactly, but I think in every leader, there's a part of us that wants to make God's plan for our life come to pass in a timing that maybe he's not on. And what that does is that makes us start striving. Everybody say striving. Yeah, that word means using all of our effort and energy to do something. And what God told me 2 years ago is he said, Michael, I don't want you to strive for anything. I want you to stride, S-T-R-I-D-E. Write that word down. It's probably a word that you don't use often, but stride means to walk in long, decisive steps in an intentional or a specific direction. And we came to the conclusion that changed my life forever. As we searched the scriptures, we found that Jesus did and fulfilled every messianic prophecy ever spoken about him. From 1450 BC to 430 BC, every single one was fulfilled, and he did it in 3 years, and you never hear about him running to his next appointment. Think about it. Like Jesus walked at a pace that he was able to do everything he was called to do, but never, ever everything he could do. You know, this word potential is one of those real kind of funny words because Jesus never reached his potential. He finished his purpose. When he climbed up on the cross and said those 3 amazing words, it is finished, everybody was looking around like, what's finished? Rome's still in power? All your disciples are scattered? What's finished? It wasn't his potential. He could have been the Caesar. He could have been anything he wanted to be, but his purpose was finished. And because so many of us are striving for things, we end up reaching a lot of our potential, but never fulfilling purpose. Because we've gotten out of the pace of grace. Find the pace of grace. What I want to come and tell you today is that I believe for every leader in this room, the pace has changed. What vision have you made that was outside of the pace that God set for you? And if you do it outside of him, you have to sustain it outside of him. And that's where burnout comes. And I know you want to open 10 campuses in the next 10 months because that's what you told everybody. But would you rather do it on your strength? Or would you rather do it with the backing of Almighty God? I came all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma on assignment today with a burden in my heart and a passion and a fire to encourage somebody that was feeling like God may have forgotten about you. No. It's time to reevaluate the pace. I know you've been running like this for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. I know you've been running like this since the beginning of the year, trying to do something great for God, but you cannot help God do what he's already planned to do in your life. All you can do is obey him.